there was any problem with Snow White. Who gives a fuck? Yeah, Bill, who cares? It's Snow White. Doesn't matter. But millions of dollars went into it. Producers, directors, actors, all the people that make that movie went into it. That's a pretty big chunk of Hollywood economy. And why? To put out a little Snow White movie? Or for a little bit of propaganda mixed in there that we notice and we don't take kindly to. But we don't voice our opinion by whining and crying that Snow White isn't white. You just don't get it, do you, Bill? Well, here's Bill talking about it from his Monday podcast thing, show, whatever.
For conservative people to act like they're not the biggest fucking babies also is fucking hilarious. The actress isn't white. There's no prince. They changed the story. What am I going to tell my kids?
Could you pause for a second there? Yeah. Who's saying that? Who acts like that, Bill? Liberal beta fag men act like that. When they want to say that, when they dug up the Black Lives Matter Plaza in Washington, D.C., that's the guy we heard crying. What am I going to tell my kids about this racist administration? You didn't hear shit about men crying over the Snow White movie. They were like, yeah, just another instance of whites being replaced by blacks in iconic storylines or in the workplace or fucking everywhere. That's the thing, Bill. Not the actual Snow White story. Bunch of snowflakes. Really? Look around. Tell me what pseudo men are crying about things happening in the world today. Crying over movies. Or the Black Lives Matter Plaza being dug up. Or Elon Musk doing what they deem a Nazi salute. So who's crying, Bill? It's certainly not conservative men. All right, let's hear more.
The shit that my people get upset about. What am I going to tell my kids? Well,
white
fucking
people?
talk around it the way you do we talk around the real history of this country. I think you can do that you can talk around fucking genocide and slavery. I think you can talk around a stupid fucking movie.
My people. Oh, his white people, my people. He's got to look at white people like, oh, God. He's got to look at white people and be embarrassed and feel guilt and shame for white people. Is that what he's talking about when he says my people? Oh,
about some broad who didn't exist. You can't do that? Go take him to go see fucking Pinocchio.
Please pause. Thank you. Not done yet. I'll tell you when. So he just goes off about his people, and then he has to bring up, tell your kids the same way you tell them about genocide and slavery in this country. Fuck you. Fuck off with that nonsense. Fuck you. How many of my people died ending slavery? They always want to shit all over that part of it. Battlefields strewn with dead white bodies because of slavery. Fuck you. Genocide. Oh, what? The Indians? Sorry, that's the way it went back then. Sorry, they were murdering each other, and then Europeans came over here and said, yeah, I think we can make some good use of this property. It's what happened back in the olden days. We didn't have this sensibility that Bill has, where it's considered genocide. And look what genocide's going on all over the world. Not here in America. Now, not hundreds of years ago. Right now, genocides are going on. And where's Bill on that one? My people. Please. You've been deluded. Don't talk about your people. You've definitely deluded that fucking tree. Oh, my God. Such a fucking liberal. Just a whining liberal. Everything he looks at is all nonsense. White people, white women, the patriarchy, white people. Fuck off. You're a bleeding heart, sniveling liberal douchebag. Let's be real here. White people are white dudes are the snowflakes because they're crying over Snow White. Show me one instance of that, please. All right, let's hear the rest of this douchebag.
I don't like Pinocchio because that fucking wooden puppet transitions into a real boy. First of all, I don't like trans people, and God only makes real boys. Not some immigrant named Geppetto. What am I supposed to tell my kids?
Of course, he's got to sound like a Southerner, you know. Hey, what are you talking about? What? He's imitating people that just don't exist. There's one or two anomalies that they put out there, but these people aren't saying this over a movie. They're talking about the bigger issue, the issue you are 100% behind, the extermination of your people, the replacement of your people is what it is. Boy, you'll never hear that motherfucker talk about the bullshit going on in black communities. Holy mother of God. Chicago, once again, murder capital of the country. Anything? Anything, Billy? Anything about that? Anything about black communities being the top of in the cities, in the big cities in America that are leaders in murder statistics? That the top 10 are all majority black cities, people of color cities. Anything? No? Didn't think so. Might get in trouble. Wife might have to tan your hide a little bit for speaking out. I did that. I got in trouble. I got fired. And then your wife said I was a persona non grata. So that happened. And what? I'm supposed to fucking kiss your white ass at this point? Sorry. I don't know. I know there's still some comics hanging on to your fucking Mandalorian strings. Hanging on to those fucking Breaking Bad strings, hoping you could pull them up and get them a gig so they won't say shit about you. But a lot of people are talking. A lot of people are talking. God, when they just start spouting that fucking bullshit. Infuriating. Yeah. And, well, go see Bill Burr. Go get his special. Download his special, watch it, and you tell me. You tell me how awesome he is. Here's what liberals will get you, by the way. There's this is a guy in Oregon, I guess it is. He's in Oregon, and on his property, a nude man.
Okay, so Cumia going off on Bill Burr. That was actually a lot longer, with like a 10-minute lead up in which Cumia said that Bill Burr is not funny. And that Bill Burr is not a funny person. Meaning that, like, just to hang out with in everyday life. But he's become so into the politics and stuff that he's just not a funny guy anymore. And he said even back in the O&A days, Bill Burr was funny, but he always had an agenda. And so then he reacted to Bill Burr talking about Snow White, and oof, that was a bad take by Bill Burr there. I don't even know, like, how could you have that take about Snow White? This is how bad Snow White is, by the way. Even lefties who are supposed to defend it aren't defending it. And which is weird because, like, I remember the huge, big cultural movie battle back in the day was that Ghostbusters movie. Remember the female one? Which was a terrible movie. It had nothing really even to do with the fact that they made all the Ghostbusters girls. It was just a terrible movie. But liberals in the left defended that movie even though it was terrible. And then after the movie bombed and everything, I remember one liberal guy, Ben Minkowitz from Young Turks, admitting, yeah, that movie wasn't good. We just defended it because people on the right wing were trashing it. So, but you're not even seeing that with the Snow White thing. So what Bill Burr is doing is kind of bizarre in that aspect. But at the end there, you heard what it really was all about, though. Not just Burr, but Bill Burr's wife. Cumia 100% blames Bill Burr's wife for A, Bill cutting off contact from Cumia, and B, he still believes it is Bill Burr's wife the reason why he is not allowed to go to the Patrice O'Neal benefit. If you remember when Patrice died, they would do the benefit. Cumia got fired from the O&A show and was never allowed at the Patrice O'Neal benefit again. And he 100% blames Nia Burr for that. I've heard it was someone else, but that's what he believes. But let me know your thoughts in the comments.